That was a hairy.
Welcome back to Jocks at the Round Table. So today, I guess we'll just talk about whatever comes up. Really, I mean,
basketball, conference
well,
tournament.
obviously, yeah.
I mean,
but,
baseball
and whatever else comes
Football.
up. Oh yeah, you've probably got a lot to say about baseball.
It's never good when the most sensible person talking about baseball is Trevor Bauer.
That's
never a good thing.
That's very accurate.
Let's
He made some good points.
put all the cards out on the
Good
table.
points.
Those tweets were funny.
They were hilarious. Oh man,
What do you have to say about the
No longer-
enlarged bases?
The bases I like.
I don't
Personally,
understand the point.
I like
There's
the
no
bases.
point to it whatsoever.
No. They implemented it in single A ball,
no, but it doesn't matter.
and it increased stealing. So it's basically the bases are bigger, so it's a shorter distance you have to travel. So
I don't know about that.
But, by what, 1 inch?
It's
but
not
that
much
can
at
be.
all.
I mean,
that's a
that's
bang bang play.
big-
That's a big deal.
I mean,
my
it
thing
can be, but-
is there
It
are
happens more than you
so many other things that
Oh,
they
no,
need to be addressing.
I agree too. It's the same thing with the pitch clock. Like,
Someone did, and I meant to look it up and find it again, but I couldn't. But someone did a breakdown, and they took basically they built a 9-inning game from the 18 slowest pitchers, and did an inning from each one of them, and then based on their pitch-to-pitch time, averaged it, and then implemented the pitch clock to it, whatever that time is going to be. I think they said 25 seconds between pitches. And it cut the game down by 4 minutes and 50-something seconds. This is the dumbest thing ever.
no, I agree.
This is so stupid. And those were the 18 slowest pitchers.
And my thing was too with when you have I'm fine with nobody being on base with there being a pitch clock. But when there's a runner on base, you want to keep them the timing. That's so
100%.
important.
100%.
Like how long you're before you come set, and then how many looks are you going to give? You don't. That's another thing that the pitcher's going to have in their mind now. I don't like it with somebody on base.
That's fair. I didn't think about it.
It's one of those things where it's if everything else in baseball was going smoothly, let's talk about this stuff. But that is not the case right now. Not at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
man.
the biggest issue that was brought up, the shift.
This is so dumb. It's so... Here's why. All right. So I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but when I talk about the negotiations, I talk about the owners and I talk about the Players Association. Most people refer to the Players Association as the players. They are not a voice for the players. And them agreeing to this banning the shift proves that. Because that's not a consensus opinion among players that they want.
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer showed that today. I would guess that close to 100% of all pitchers feel that way. I would guess that close to 100% of coaches that specialize in coaching defense feel that way.
And
I would guess that all the nerds are pretty much against it
and
because it's such an advantage on defense.
And some of the batters, some of them, I mean, there are people who get shifted on all the time, like Gallo.
I'll tell you this: if I had Joey Gallo's talents, and if I was that good at baseball, and people were shifting on me that much, I would bat 350 with 100 singles that were bunts.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Like
There's no reason that he's not bunting 3 times a game because then they're gonna stop playing in that way.
Yeah.
And then that's where he can rack up extra base hits, and then they start shifting again, and you bunt.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason that he's not
Rizzo
doing
did
it.
it.
Exactly.
No, and these guys are the
And-
best
and-
baseball players in the world. They should be able to do that.
And Gallo did it at the end of the season.
Mhm.
He had 2
he had
doubles on bunts.
Yeah, I saw a video.
I mean,
I want to say he had an RBI on one.
he had an RBI single.
There's a guy
on
on
bunt.
second. There's a
guy on second. He bunted
and tied
RBI
up.
singled, and it's we're gonna take that away. That was such
Or it
a
was
fun play, and it was a tie. It was a
That
tie
is-
ball game.
That is
Yeah, the
fun.
time-
It was
I
so
agree with that.
much fun.
Yeah, that is
Because
cool.
you had the pitcher and the third baseman sprinting into left field to go get the ball because the left fielder is out in the right field bullpen basically, and they're running for the ball and it was chaotic. It was so much fun.
That's awesome.
That's gone. Not this year, but next year. Gone.
And everybody's always well, bunting against the shift is Bush League. And it's you're putting 4 outfielders in the 100
That's
square
Bush
foot
League.
area. That's Bush League.
Yeah.
You should bunt.
Personally, I think if as a defense, you should be able to put your 7 players wherever you want to.
Exactly. And people have said oh
Yes,
well,
sir.
that's you giving up to the shift. That's what they want you to do. They want to hold you to a single. I would say thank you. I'm on base now. And with Joey Gallo's speed, he can steal second.
That's
now
a
he's in
base,
scoring
that's
position.
a single.
I mean, It's unbelievable. And the same people that say, oh, well, you're just giving into the shift, they're the same people that argue that a walk is as good as a base hit. So why isn't the base hit as good as a walk? Like, a guy would take a walk there and be like, oh, great job. They shifted on you, walk, you eliminated the shift. So would a single.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Except
on
for you
first base,
you're not scoring
either
a run on a bunt. That guy on second in that Joe Gallo team, if he walks, he's not scoring. That bunt, he scores.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
with
People are so stupid. I hate stupid people more than anything in the world.
Yeah, that's fair.
What else is going on with baseball? You heard
They're all
else?
stupid. That's what's going on.
You heard anything else about?
Freddie Freeman?
No.
I heard the Rays offered him a contract before lockout.
So have you heard anything else about the lockout?
Randy Levine, the Yankees president today, said he had like a 9-minute interview with Michael Kay on his radio show, and 8 minutes and 30 seconds of it were really good. But he said one thing that was dumb. He said, like, people act like there's all this money in baseball, and there's not. It's like, well, that's just not true. That's just
the
lie.
Braves had $500 million in revenue.
I think the league was like $46 billion in revenue.
Super hot redheaded agent that I follow on TikTok.
You talking about Trevor Bauer's agent?
Maybe.
/ girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Post the thing that happened.
Oh, that actually. Was it her?
No, that wasn't. It was after her. It's when they started being his agent and also
She's like,
dating.
there's a reason that the owners don't want a salary cap. It's because when there's a salary cap, there has to be revenue sharing. And when there's revenue sharing, they have to open their books. Owners don't want to open their books.
Correct.
Because they don't want everybody knowing how much money they're actually making.
You're exactly right.
That's fair.
And it's like,
I agree.
Which is fair for them. Like,
No, yeah.
I mean, it's a private business. As soon as you do
I agree. Yeah.
salary cap and revenue sharing, it's
not.
not private.
Yeah.
It is
That
a
is
trust.
That is fair. Yeah.
It's just very frustrating.
and it's like, I saw this other guy who was like, MLB players want more money. It's like, okay, yeah, give them more money, but then take away all the guaranteed part of it.
I don't like that either. Do
Well,
both.
It's like,
I mean,
I'm going to be completely honest. One of the arguments that I've been seeing from the owner's side is that if they raise how much money the younger players are making, that would decrease what guys make in free agency because there's limited money in the world, obviously, and one's like people go, oh yeah, well that's a good point, and the Players Association and more vocally Matt Scherzer, who just signed like 2 years, $90 million, 2 years, 80, whatever it was, is like, okay, that makes sense. That's fine. Yeah. We're okay with that. We understand that. And they're like, oh well, that just wouldn't work. It's like, we're fine with that.
How much is
we understand that?
How much?
We're
2 years, $88 million. Okay.
I'll be fine.
How much is it going to hurt somebody to go from $40 million to $30 million a year? Like,
and I'll be totally honest. I don't care if it, like even if it decreases the older guys making by $10 million. I don't care.
yeah.
That has no effect on me.
Well, also, I mean, if they do that and they put the $10 million into like the minor leagues, so they don't have to eat a freaking, mayonnaise sandwich.
Yeah, seriously.
3 times a week.
Not only that, but those guys are going to get better at baseball too.
Yeah.
Faster. And better.
That's the other thing that all the owners, they always complain about minor league system and stuff. It's like, well, how much money are you investing in development? Not enough. That's why you're not having young stars in the league, because you're not putting enough money into development.
Well, I think
you need to do.
I think too, like it's going to where. This is just personal opinion. I think more people are going to go to college because it's a better development. For a little, I mean,
to some degree,
because you're getting
with it
proper
is,
nutrition and that kind of stuff. But you're not getting
that part's
paid.
big.
You're not getting paid like
I think,
a top 10 pick would going out of high school. But
I think like personal growth and like physical attributes. I think that if you're going to like a top program, like an LSU, Vandy, like where they have a lot of money in baseball, you're going to develop more that way. The one part of it that's different is kind of the individual aspect of baseball, where minor leagues, you kind of need you have to figure out the game for yourself. You don't have the hands-on coaching that you would in college.
Yeah.
So like Trevor Plouffe has talked about it, and he's like, some of the guys, he said it's not true for everybody, because some guys are just smarter baseball-wise than others. But some guys come out of college and it's like they got less baseball smart because they had someone telling them what to do all the time.
And they have to go
And
to
that's
class. It's not baseball all the time. And that's like, I mean, some people who have grown up, like I'll use Ryan as an example. So, like Ryan, growing up, he grew up in a house with baseball. That was all his dad played in the majors. So him going to college wouldn't have really benefited him a ton. Whereas his mental aspect,
playing better people.
The mental aspect of going to college really wouldn't have benefited him from a baseball standpoint.
Yeah.
Whereas as a top 10 pick,
Just wasn't even close.
as a top 10 pick, just take the money and start
It
focusing
was nowhere
solely on
close
baseball.
tonight.
But it's different for everybody's situation.
Yeah, definitely.
So is that it for baseball?
We could go for hours.
Well, I get that.
We're not going to do that.
Okay.
For now.
We could. We will not.
Okay. Well, let's talk.
Let's
about...
make fun of Coach K.
Hey, Chattanooga won
Okay,
on a buzzer beater.
Who bought that?
Me.
For what?
Oh, dude, I gotta show you this.
What do you mean for what?
For your car. Like what did you buy it for your car?
You put it in your fuel tank.
I know, but like why did you do it?
You're every 3,000 to 5,000 miles.
Wait, what is that? I don't know much about cars.
Oh, what wheel? That's awesome, dude.
So what is that? Injector?
It's injector cleaner. It's a fuel conditioner. It essentially goes through, and the purpose behind it is it gets and takes off the carbon buildup and deposits on your pistons and everything.
Catalytic
like that.
converter.
No,
What? Oh, okay, go ahead.
maybe. And through the
Something that
exhaust.
could trigger a catalytic converter code in your car's computer.
Okay. It might make the exhaust cleaner, which would affect that.
Probably,
But the big thing is to take the carbon build off your pistons and everything.
So do you put it in the gas tank?
Yeah, I guess.
And it can mix with fuel and it don't hurt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually get better gas mileage with it.
Yeah. Huh. So I did that. So my catalytic converter code has been on for a long time now, and so Killen, his wife, she had a catalytic converter code pop up on her car, and instead of getting it fixed, she got that and used that in her car, and it went away. So I tried that on mine, and it didn't work.
So do you pour the whole thing in there?
No, that treats 100 gallons.
How much do you put in?
Whenever I do it, I'll probably put like
A quarter of it.
an eighth of it in there.
Okay. That's cool.
One of the things on there says like you can't over treat it.
Yeah.
So like it's not, you can't OD.
So that right
I mean,
there.
your car can't OD on. Don't drink it.
Yeah.
You can OD on it.
You might be able to OD on it.
Probably.
What we're talking about is the Lucas Oil upper
No free ads.
cylinder lubricant.
Yeah, that's a good point. We probably should have said that. That's bad podcasting.
No, I asked him what it was,
And
mainly for that reason.
that's essentially what they put in like the Shell V-Power or BP's whatever thing.
yeah.
That's
Premium?
what that is. Is those high-end
mixed
brands
it with-
premium. Except,
Except for that's like $5 at Home Depot or
yeah,
something.
you can get 5 tanks worth for $5 versus an extra,
90 cents
Wait,
a
do you
gallon.
put it in every time you fill up?
every like 3,000 miles.
Oh, so like every time you get an oil change.
Depends on your car, but yeah.
Depends on how often you get an oil change.
Mine is every 10,000.
I see. I try to get my oil change of tires rotated about every 5,000.
Mine is when I remember it,
Same.
which is very
Depends on
inconsistent.
Because I've got synthetic, so it's...
Well, oh yeah, I haven't got my oil
I
changed in a
know,
while.
I know, like
I'm gonna do that.
I probably know the least about cars. I can take a
I
battery
don't know a
out.
lot.
I can jump a battery and I can take a battery out and put a new battery in. That's
I've
about
also-
it.
That's my extent.
That's
Before
my-
I started buying that stuff, I did a lot of research into the effectivity of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You probably work with a lot of people who know too.
Maybe.
I don't know. Huh.
You
I was
just
thinking-
depend on the people.
I was thinking at a tire company.
Tires are on
I
cars.
mean, they
I-
could know. Like,
So,
they could know.
Some
about
people
it.
might have
Some-
a hobby.
Yeah.
some of the people out on the floor might. Also, some of the people out on the floor, when it rains, they're like, "Oh no, I need to drive half the speed limit." So-
Yeah. No.
I drive faster.
Well, there was this person I was behind today. It started raining a little hard, and they were like, "Oh, let's drive 37 miles an hour in the left lane." I'm like, "That's dangerous because
If you're gonna do it,
you
get the
were
right
just going 60." Which is like, okay,
And
I
you
understand.
slammed on your
that. And you
brakes.
slammed on your brakes, and I was like, well, I'm about to die.
If you slam on your brakes too, going that fast, especially in rain, like
Yeah, that's.
just slow down gradually and get in the right lane.
Because I had people behind me, and I'm like, you know, trying to bridge the gap.
I totaled my mom's car in Athens, Alabama one time due to a rainstorm.
Athens
That's not
on
good.
65.
It's 65 North in Athens, Alabama.
Where I know.
Mile marker 348.
I know exactly where you're at.
I was going
Yeah,
60.
next to you.
I wasn't going fast in a hydroplane.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
How bald were her tires?
Not.
No. Okay.
They were normal. But
Yeah.
and so when the cops got there, they were like, I was waiting by my car in the rain, and I was like, and they got there, they're like, "Did you hide your plane?" I was like, "Yes, I didn't steer into the median on purpose." I mean, and it was like one of those medians with like the wires, like the middle post and the wires in between, ruins your car.
Yeah.
It was totaled. Yeah. So they're like, "Oh, we're in the left lane, probably about quarter mile." Tenth of, no, not quarter, like a tenth of a mile back there. I was like, yeah, it happens every time it rains. Someone will hydroplane. I was like, fix it, do something. Like, well, usually they end up in that field over there, and it's okay. And I'm like, that doesn't matter.
They're still hydroplaning.
Yeah,
That's Alabama.
they're like, yeah, it happens every single time it rains. I'm like, do something.
Yeah.
Call your local representatives. Tell them to fix the interstate.
Okay, let's
Anywho.
let's get John Alex's thoughts on Coach K losing his final home game. What do you think?
Well, it actually sparked what I want to argue about today.
Oh, let's go. That's right. I forgot you had an argument.
All right. And so I'm thinking, like, I want to exclude, like, the John Wooden era.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like, let's start with, like, Bobby Knight. Like, that's as far back as I'm probably
Like
going to go
the
with these
70s?
coaches. On the spot right here, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to think.
Actually,
I want your top 5 NCAA basketball coaches. Actually, I want to make it more interesting. Take Bobby Knight out. He's also, like,
Old.
prehistoric. So let's
I don't
go
know, can
from,
you? Because
like,
he's Krzyzewski's mentor.
Nah, he's old.
So pretty much Coach K and on.
Coach K forward.
So from 1980 and
Because he was also pre-Coach K. He was coaching before Coach
wait,
K.
who?
So basically Coach K and
No.
onward. So like Calhoun,
Exclude who?
Dean Smith.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. Well, do you have yours? John Alex, do you have yours?
Didn't even work on that.
You didn't?
It got me, well, because it made me think a little bit. So the things I want y'all to take into consideration here. Where did they win?
Okay.
Who did they win against?
Okay.
Meaning, like, the era of basketball during their time frame, right?
Yeah, I got you.
The caliber of player that school can get.
Okay.
Like with Coach K, I know he won his 4 with like the traditional way, and then he won 1 with one and dones.
Yeah.
So, weigh that however you want to weigh it. Whereas like Roy Williams really won his with like traditional.
Yeah, like not. I mean, I guess really none of those guys were one and dones.
His last one was Ty Lawson
Yeah.
and then Hansborough.
So
Yeah.
I mean, even the when they ready to run and
Well,
Villanova
17.
but that was like Marcus Page.
Well, I
and-
know.
Who else was
No,
on
that
team?
was
Joel Berry.
Page. Yeah, that was Joel Berry. That was the year after Page.
old phone?
Because Page hit the game winner, and
And
then
then
the dude hit the game winner.
Jenkins.
Yeah, Chris Jenkins.
So on my old phone, I had on the Notes app. I'd been keeping up with it I had gone back, recorded the data, and then was just continually updating it at the end of the year. It was Calipari, Coach K, Roy Williams, and Bill Self. And it was conference regular season titles, conference tournament titles, and then Final Fours, national championships, and then I broke down their wins and losses in the tournament against higher seeds, even seeds, and lower seeds.
what would you consider an even seed?
The same number.
Okay, I didn't know if you would do with M1 because with M1 is very.
I had the same number. So they have these little numbers next to their name.
How often does that happen?
Only in the Final Four.
Yeah. Final
Yeah,
Fours.
only Final Fours.
That's it. Yeah. So I had all that
What
broken
about
down.
if it happened in the championship game?
Could happen in the championship. Well, that's included in the
Final Fours and
Final Fours.
and championship. Yeah.
I thought it was the top two, not the final four.
They were in the
There's
Final
3
Four.
games in the Final Four.
Yes.
What about
Anyway, there was one category where Calipari was short one than those other coaches. This is from 2009 on. There was one category where Calipari was down by 1, and he had a sizable lead in all the other categories. Just throwing that out there for consideration. If anyone wanted to.
cheating scandals caught?
No, those weren't technically him getting caught.
He probably leads.
Those
in
were technically
NBA
the
players.
school getting caught. No, I didn't keep up with those.
Well, he probably leads in that.
I know for a fact he leads in
Yeah,
that.
and
But
probably Coach K after that.
a lot. The only one that he didn't lead in was national championships. He has 1. The other guys, since 2009, had 2 or 1.
Yeah, because North Carolina has 2.
Anyway,
Duke has 2.
those are 4 of the guys on my top 5.
Yeah. Okay, well, who would be
Players
fifth? Who would be fifth? Go
Coached
ahead.
that tore their ACL multiple times in the NBA.
Coach K lead or Coach Calipari leads in that. Yeah.
That's not important.
Although Coach K would probably be second, just off of Jabari Parker.
Well, I was just going straight from Derrick Rose.
Well, I know. I'm saying Coach K would be second.
Anywho,
Who is your fifth?
I have to think about that.
Rick Barnes.
See, if you lose in the second
Jay
round,
Wright.
if you lose in the second round when you have
Jay
DJ
Wright.
Augustine and Kevin Durant on your team,
Jay
you
Wright.
go down
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Jay Wright. I
That's-
think Jay
that's-
Wright.
Kevin Ollie. Brett Stevens.
Brad Stevens.
Guys,
is a good one.
guys. Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you that you're all wrong.
Oh, come on!
Because number 2, I don't care like what you who you got. Coach K one.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. It's my
Number
five.
2 is Billy Donovan, and then there's everybody else that follows after him.
Well, he got scared and
Billy
left and went to the
Donovan beat
NBA.
the
Well,
shit
he did. No, he
out
got
of
tired of
the
AAU and all
SEC
that.
when he had the players to do it.
Scared
And that's
him.
the thing.
Coach
Is he
K
turned
didn't
Florida
figure it
into
out.
a basketball.
Yeah, Florida was nothing
Inherit,
before he got
no
there.
offense. He didn't get to inherit what Calipari got to inherit. If he
Well,
was
Billy
keeping
Gillespie ran the
John
program
Wall
into the ground.
DeMarcus Cousins.
We can all
I
agree
don't
on
know.
that.
Yeah, but, like,
Lost the
historically, it
national
was
title
Kentucky.
game. The man is an outstanding basketball coach, and I also want you to remember this. In 2016, in Game 1 against the Spurs, they lost by 30. Billy Donovan then outcoached Greg Popovich, and they won that series.
He did.
Billy Donovan is 2
He was
because
balling.
he won
Well, you
national
As a
can't
coach.
use his NBA
That is the
career.
Well, he's just-
Calipari is he can't
He's
win a
just
national
using that
title.
as an example of
That's
how
a
good of a
knock
coach
on
he is.
Oh, that's
He's not taking
That's-
that into
that's,
account.
That's
for-
after.
That's just further proof.
Can't hear him when y'all talk.
Yeah.
That's like saying I took a massive dump this morning, but you
What?
added 2 dumps together, and saying, "Oh man, look how big my poop was."
Well, you can
Well, that's a
look
weird
at his
analogy.
college career and then be like, he proved how good of a coach he was
Kidding.
after that as well.
Once he starts comparing things to poop, he's joking.
That's fine, but
See, I think Coach K is one because when he got to Duke, they
I mean, I have
Duke
no,
wasn't
I don't
much.
know
Oh
anything
yeah,
about it.
Coach K's won, and I don't think it's close. I think there's a big difference between one and the rest.
No, I would agree with that.
One, I mean, like when he was
Because of
winning,
1980 through 2000. If
Yeah.
you're looking after
he had
2000,
3 and 4
I
years,
think it's very
and
close.
Everybody else was staying for 3 and 4 years at other schools, so it wasn't like he had some advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even that era, like when he started, like Michael Jordan, the best basketball player of all time, he was there for 3 years.
Yeah.
He was at North Carolina for 3 years, so.
Okay,
Also
well,
turned down Duke.
so
Yeah, he did.
you have Coach K,
So did I, though. So.
Billy
I've got
Donovan.
Coach K, Donovan. That's 1 and 2. For me, I would put Roy Williams at 3.
Yeah.
I'd probably put Calipari at 4. and he's got the biggest potential to climb out of everybody. Number 5 is hard.
See, I'm debating
Kevin
between.
Ollie.
No,
Because like Bill Self, like
I'm
Jim
thinking.
Boeheim.
I'm thinking Boeheim.
that's fair.
Izzo's up there.
I mean, I would have Calhoun ahead of
I mean,
Boeheim.
what if Boeheim has one
Yeah.
championship?
Yeah, no, but there's so much more than just champion.
I get
you're
that.
competing
Jay
for a
Wright. I get
championship.
that,
You're competing
but
against 358 teams.
That's fine.
Jay Wright.
Jay Wright has won 2 pretty recently.
Yeah. No, that's very
So
good.
like,
And he does it.
Tony Bennett.
I just don't like watching Virginia play.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I said Tony Bennett. I couldn't remember if that was his name or if that was
Well,
like
It's the same as the
well,
singer.
there's the
Yeah.
singer,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's the same as the singer. He has an album with Lady Gaga.
Yeah, hey, I tell you what, I would
pretty
say
good.
Jay Wright's probably number 5.
That's
Jay Wright's a
fair.
good one.
That's
Mark
fair.
Few.
No,
He's got to win one.
He's got to
Natty.
win one.
he needs to play in a real conference. I mean,
He needs to not
It's like
get in
I
trouble.
can't,
I
I
think
can't
if you
put
win
Calhoun
one-
on there just because
You
Yeah,
show
I mean-
that you can.
he won one and then Kimball Walker happened.
Gimba.
I would.
Tom Izzo is just kind of, I don't know. I think Tom Izzo's a little overrated.
Tom Izzo takes a big hit because he lost to a 15 seed in the first round.
Yeah, he did that.
You can't do
I don't know.
that.
There's just so many
Duke
years
lost
I
to
feel
a-
like Michigan State was
Duke
supposed to
was
win,
a
and they
15.
I
just
think they were. Was it a 15?
No, they-
Mercer was a 14, I thought.
Well, they lost to.
They've lost. I know Mercer was a 14.
Who
No, I
was
know
it
that.
that lost to
I think they might have lost to
the
a 15
team with?
too.
Yeah, Duke lost to C.J. McCollum. They were.
Weber?
It was a 2 and
Lehigh.
15.
Lehigh.
It was 2 and 15. Yeah.
Remember when Virginia lost to the 16?
Okay, but it was also
That
C.J.
was wild.
McCollum.
Yeah, but. I'd probably
To
go.
Weber State.
Yeah.
I'd probably go K. I'd go Roy Williams. Then Billy Donovan.
That's not the next letter.
Then
KO, like knockout.
Okay, that makes
then
more sense.
Calipari. And then I'm gonna go Calhoun.
I would probably go with that. Who was your 3?
I had Donovan 3. I had
See,
Roy Williams 2.
I have K. Roy Williams. I think Jay Wright,
That's fair.
Billy Donovan. I feel like there's a lot of people right there.
There's so many that
together.
could.
Like,
I think the 4 and 5 spot are pretty.
Okay, number
Very
1. I have
Really, maybe
Gino
3 through
Auriemma.
5.
I knew someone was going to say that. I was going to say it, and I was like, nah, so I'm going to let someone else make that joke.
Dunn's.
Number 2, Pat Summitt.
Well, okay. She's a woman.
Where does
surprised.
Number
Bruce
3,
Pearl rank?
Becky. What's her name for the Spurs?
Becky Thatcher.
I'm
does
surprised
Bruce Pearl
Mason
rank?
didn't put some women's college basketball coaches.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Muffet McGraw.
Who's
Is
that?
that a real name?
She coached at Notre Dame for a while, for forever.
I don't know.
I've been there. I've seen their trophy case, and I still didn't know who that was.
Mulkey.
No, she got whooped.
No, it's
Oh, yeah.
pronounced-
Whooped
No.
by Kentucky Saturday.
Wait, what was like actually? What's your
Yeah, but she won at Baylor.
Some rendition of what you
That's
guys
true, she
said.
did.
so like
She
maybe
also had
just
a man
different
playing
order
center,
slightly, other than one.
Yeah.
Speaking of Baylor,
Brittany
what
Griner.
about Brittany Griner?
Has some hashish oil.
I don't even know what that word is.
Yeah,
Hash
what
oil.
is-
It's like cannabis. It's like
Like
the
CBD?
drops. Yeah.
Okay.
Was she flying back to the United States with it? Is that? And she got caught.
I think it might be just be illegal in Russia. Don't quote me on that. I've never been there.
Okay, I didn't know if she was trying to leave
Me
Russia
neither.
and come back with it, or if she was
Trying to
I
smuggle
think you're
something in.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't read up on the situation.
Mason
I
is
don't know.
not. Oakley is.
What?
It's illegal in Russia.
Yeah. I don't know much about Russia, though. That's the thing.
I know it's cold.
The Machine.
That dude's funny.
That's
a good
I know
hilarious.
Rocky's undefeated in Russia.
That's true.
true.
He is 1-0.
Rocky ended the Cold War.
It's debatable.
He brought Russia and the U.S. together.
Again, debatable.
Like at
Speaking
least
of the Cold
people
War-
in that,
Not the people that would be fighting.
the
though.
people in that arena,
Yeah,
The
not
US
the
used-
commoners,
During the Cold
the
War.
common folk.
the civilians.
Now the other ones, not so much.
Yeah,
During the Cold War,
Well, that
the
one
U.S. dropped extra large condoms and labeled them smalls.
Yeah,
that one guy
Also,
in
so you
the
dunk on them.
Korean penises are the smallest.
That one guy in that was like part of the
He did stand
premiere.
up.
He stood up and clapped.
Yeah, but they don't show this. It's a post-credit scene. They assassinate him.
Okay.
They killed him.
What? Just the guy that one guy
All the people that clapped. So they locked the doors. Rocky left. They locked the
got
doors.
the people out that didn't clap,
Left. Yeah.
and then
People that clapped left them in there. Released polar bears.
okay.
No one came out alive.
That's
It
fair.
sounds like Stranger Things now.
Dude, when is that coming out? July?
something like that.
Tomorrow, dude.
That started.
Bro, you're lying.
The first season was in 2015.
I know.
That's crazy.
Hey, Oakley, I meant to tell you this.
What they do.
My dad asked if you went to go see the Batman with everybody. I was like, I don't think so. His return to theaters is going to be for Top Gun 2.
That's right. What'd he say?
And he said, really? And I was like, he was like, why that movie? And I said, well, he said that when it was supposed to come out. He's just sticking to it now.
I think I've been saying that since it was supposed to come out in like for Thanksgiving.
Are we all going to go watch it together?
Dude, that's fine.
Yeah, we
I'm
can.
in.
I hope it blows my eardrums out. I can't wait.
I think your dad was trying to figure out if you were messing with him.
Because that's a really dumb thing for someone to do.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it.
I'm holding out for Top Gun 2.
When is it supposed to come
I
out?
don't
May.
know now.
May 22nd.
Oakley is up to date.
I would
that's
say
the weekend after
that
Crazy
if there
Season. We're
was
good.
a movie
Let's
for
do
you
it.
to break your streak on, it would be the Batman.
It's amazing.
Well, I have notes on the Batman for later, after we talk college basketball.
Have you
Oh, okay.
seen it?
No. I read some quotes about it. I'm going to ask you all about it.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Well, let's
Okay, so I'm
let's
asking-
What kind of question is that?
let's
Come on.
talk about college basketball
right.
and the SEC tourney. 'cause
Let's talk
we watch
other
SEC,
conference tourneys
yeah.
real quick.
Oh, I
And then
have
we'll talk the other
in
one.
depth on the SEC.
the OVC. Got the first bid punch.
I
Murray
meant the-
State.
I meant the big
Murray
tournaments.
State, yeah.
I meant the big
Well,
conference.
Oh no, we
Murray
can have a small mid
Murray
major.
State is
All right.
practically a big school, like a big.
I mean, they were going to get
Hey,
they were
Chad,
going to
you
get a
could
bid.
just hit a buzzer beater to punch their ticket and win a bet for me.
What ticket was
I
that?
didn't hit my NBA
SoCon.
parlay.
Oh yeah, Chattanooga. Longwood won. Weird
Pause.
thing. Weird thing happening in the Atlantic Sun. Okay, the championship. Bellarmine beat Liberty in the.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
When did Bellarmine get in the ASUN?
2 years ago.
I missed that.
Last year was
Thought it was
their
Bellarmine.
Last year was
I
their.
had no idea.
All right, so last year was their first year D1.
That was a
It goes
question.
into this.
That was a question.
So-
a lot of the boys there have long hair, so you walk around and you wonder if that's a bell or a man.
Okay, so Bellarmine beat Liberty in the semifinals. Jacksonville beat Jacksonville State in the other semifinals. So Bellarmine plays Jacksonville for the ASUN championship. If Jacksonville wins, they're in.
Bellarmine beat
Liberty. Yes, but if Bellarmine
I
wins,
bet on Liberty. I didn't even notice that.
if Bellarmine wins, then Jacksonville State goes, even though Jacksonville beat them in the semifinals. Because there's a rule in the NCAA that you have to be a D1 school for 5 years before you can qualify for the NCAA tournament.
That's
So
crazy.
Jacksonville's
I didn't know
just
this.
No,
I
No,
thought
they
this
can
was
still
a
be out.
championship.
It
The other
is,
team can still
but
be in.
Jacksonville State won the conference regular season title. So if Bellarmine wins, Jacksonville State is in the NCAA tournament.
That's what I'm saying. They're in. Like,
But Jacksonville State is out of the tournament.
Jacksonville.
The Dolphins plays
Oh,
with
I was
Jacksonville
getting
and Jacksonville
confused
State are
by
two different
Jacksonville
schools.
and
They're also in
Jacksonville
different
State.
states.
Yeah, Jackson.
yeah, I was getting confused.
The
by that.
Gamecocks get in if Bellarmine wins, but the Dolphins get in if the Dolphins
State
win.
and the other is in Florida.
No, the Jacksonville
State
State
of
one is in
Jacksonville.
Alabama. That's where Riley Green played quarterback.
Drove
Fun
through
fact.
there on the way to Piedmont. Cool. Stopped at an Italian restaurant.
You did what to a Demont?
No, Piedmont.
Pee on a mount.
Yeah,
I
so
did,
That's,
yeah, I did
that's
see
kind of
him
a
now.
wild, weird little
That is weird.
scenario.
Okay,
South
what-
Dakota State is going to win the Summit League. That's my prediction.
Is that the Jackrabbit?
The Jackrabbits. They
Let's
lead
talk
the-
about the big ones
Let's
now.
talk about
No,
the-
let me
we
give
talk
my
about the
last
Big
stat.
Six.
Let me give my last stat. South Dakota State leads the country in field goal percentage. Watch out for them to make a run to the Sweet 16
Okay.
It's like
if they win.
what was
Yeah.
it?
What?
2 years ago, Buffalo.
Yes, Buffalo with Oates, Nate Oates.
Yeah, before he left.
No, I'm talking about the year after he left.
Oh.
Kentucky beat him.
With Aaron Donald,
No, he was at Pittsburgh.
No, that's Khalil Mack that went to Buffalo.
Ed Oliver.
Yeah.
No, it's Houston.
No, he's in Buffalo right now.
Maybe.
Well, I doubt it. It's cold.
Well, I
Probably
mean, like, he's
vacation.
on the Bills.
I think they just had the combine. He's probably that.
Okay, let's talk about the big
Let's pick winners.
Oh, well, yeah, we've got our
I have
list.
mine written down.
I had mine.
Sherm also
down.
sent his, and he
Let-
sent me an explanation for
Let's
one
start.
of them.
Let's start with
Well,
Sherm.
I was going to say we could start with John Alex.
All right.
Let's start with John Alex.
Well, hey, just do this. Just name the conference, and then I'll name who I think is going
Okay, here Okay, so ACC.
Duke.
Okay, Big East.
UConn's in the Big East, right?
They
Yes.
are. They're the
Yeah,
3 seed.
UConn.
Okay, Big 12.
Texas Tech.
Okay,
Ooh.
Big 10.
Purdue.
Pac-12.
USC.
And
Oh!
SEC.
Kentucky.
Okay.
Y'all can't all pick Kentucky. I
Okay.
need someone to not pick.
Read Sherms.
I gotta go back to his text. Here are Sherm's. ACC, he picked North Carolina. Now, this is the one he provided an explanation for. Sherm picked UNC because they're hot, and then I put in parentheses, pause. And then he said, but because he picked UNC and because Coach K hates Sherm, we should all bet on Duke.
Okay.
Big East, he picked Villanova. Big 12, Baylor. Big 10, Illinois. Pac-12, Arizona. SEC, Kentucky.
Oakley, what's yours?
So I went favorites in 4 of them. Big East, Villanova. Big 10, Purdue. Pac-12, Arizona. SEC, Kentucky. Then Big 12, I went Baylor. ACC, Notre Dame.
I thought about that.
Well, I did too, and I stuck with it.
And you stuck with it,
I did.
but I did not. I'm
Notre
going-
Dame. They're saying that this is the month of the Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
That's the new Chinese New Year. It's the month of the Catholic.
Yeah.
But not for the year, for the month.
I
That was
saw
the month of the Irish.
No, Catholic. They're
I
not
saw
Irish,
that
they're
Notre
just-
Dame was the 3, and I was like thinking back on
Well, I think they're the 2.
no.
No, they're the 2.
They're the two.
Oh,
No,
they are the 2.
Carolina's
North
the
Carolina's the 3. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
And I was thinking back on those teams with Pat Connaughton
Luke Herringody.
and Jerry and Grant.
Some people are
I
saying
almost
Pat
clicked on-
Connaughton
I almost
was a better
picked him.
baseball player than basketball.
Some
Could
people
be, could be.
Could be.
You know,
But-
so I looked up his Wikipedia after his interview today. But Bert Kreischer had a scholarship to play baseball at Duke.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Anywho,
I showed that
Okay.
machine video to my dad like 5 years ago. And then like
it's maybe the funniest thing ever.
a year later, he's like, hey, this is the machine guy. And he sent me another video. I was like,
Okay, I'm going ACC, North Carolina. Big East,
Balls.
Providence.
Ooh, I wanted to pick them so bad, but then
I had to.
there's just too much negative
'Cause Billy D
talk
played
about
there.
how good their record is. If that
That's
makes
true,
They,
but
they haven't played much.
I don't care.
No.
They're non-conference strength of
Ken Palm does a luck rating, and they're like the highest in luck.
they're the high. They're the latest
Maybe
team in the
maybe
country.
it keeps going.
yeah.
But I don't even know what that means. How do you
Oh,
measure
it's
luck?
it's
Is it like rebounds?
no, it's
But like loose ball
Long-
rebounds, like
long
loose ball
rebounds.
rebounds that no one touches,
There's
or
a-
one
I
to
read
2
it.
people touch.
People just throwing the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, like bank shots, total bank shots from outside the lane.
no. I
Okay, well let's finish
Let's
the
just keep
picks and then
picking.
you can say whatever you're gonna say. Big
Just said,
12,
frick you.
I've got Kansas. Big 10, I'm going Purdue. Pac-12, UCLA, and SEC, Kentucky.
You better not pick Kentucky. Disavow.
Um,
Do not pick Kentucky.
I haven't went yet.
For the Big East, I'm going Providence as well. ACC, Duke. Big 10. Wisconsin.
Ooh, what if what's his name's out?
It wasn't that bad of a
Purdue.
Well, he might be dead.
No.
If Johnny Davis is out, it's Purdue.
We could all be dead by the
Uh,
weekend. Never
He's
forget.
got to just ride with Wisconsin. He's going to play.
Maybe.
He's fine.
Maybe. Pac-12, Arizona. Is there another one?
SEC.
Besides the SEC.
No, you named 5.
Yeah, you did.
Did you say Big 12?
No.
Yeah.
Texas
Texas Tech.
Tech.
Oh.
And then
You know who you want to say.
He wants to say Kentucky.
No, he wants to say
I'll say
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I usually don't.
But you wanted to.
All right. So I got in the SEC. I've got Kentucky.
Why?
Well, everybody.
I will.
pick
All right.
Kentucky.
All right. I'm going to say this. I'm picking Kentucky. I honestly have no idea out of those top four who's going to win.
No one knows. Otherwise,
No,
betting
like-
would be easy.
I could no, but I'm saying I could.
No,
see,
I know what you mean. I could see
honestly, I
four.
could see the top, any of the top six winning it.
I couldn't see LSU and Alabama doing it.
Alabama,
can't either.
if Alabama hits 15 threes,
But they're not going to do that 4 games. They have to play 4
Yeah, they're
games.
not going to do that.
they don't have to do it in 4 games.
To win, yeah, they do.
I think they got to do.
I think they have to hit
I think
15 to beat
3.
Vanderbilt.
I think they have to do it in 2.
Yeah, I think
I
that they
just
would have to
don't
do
think-
every
Okay,
game.
they have to do 15 in 2 of them and 14 in the other 2.
Okay,
I just
fair.
don't
Anyway,
think
that's fair.
Alabama's going to do that.
I don't either. But I'm saying I could see any.
They don't
That's
have
fine.
that stupid guy that always hit
Petty.
shots like John Petty.
All right, my next pick, I got Purdue in the Big Ten. I've been hot on them since we did the first Final Four picks. Nova in the Big East, Arizona in the Pac-12, and I like Duke in the ACC. But watch out for sleeper, the 7 seed Virginia Tech.
Oh, I like a sleeper pick.
Watch out for Virginia Tech to make a run.
Okay. Did you do Big East?
Yeah, Villanova.
I don't really have anything to comment on any of the other 5 tournaments.
I don't either. So let's just talk about SEC.
What do we want to say about
I
it?
kind of think we already did.
Well,
Kind of
everyone's
did
saying
with everyone
Kentucky.
picking it.
Yeah, but we can go
I mean,
into a little.
I don't want to go
further
through all the
detail.
games, though.
We don't have to go through every
No.
game. Just
All right,
talk
let's go
about,
through all
like,
the games.
Like you say,
The
what you
11-14
want about Kentucky.
seeds team game.
Georgia's the worst team in
Ever.
SEC basketball history.
Maybe ever.
Yeah,
So
We
Vandy's
don't
going
have
to
to
get.
break down all those.
I think Florida needs to win 2 games. I think to get in the SEC or the NCAA tournament.
which they're not going to do.
Who's their first game?
A&M. That's a winnable game.
Yeah, I just don't think they'll beat Auburn again.
I don't either. I wish Mississippi State would have beat A&M. That would have gave us a 7 seed, and we'd have been playing Tennessee in the second round. I like that matchup a whole lot
I
better.
kind of think that if Tennessee makes it to the championship game, they're not going to be playing Auburn.
So that's what I said to Auburn fan friends. I told them my biggest fear is Arkansas beats them on Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
That's fair.
Because I want to. I mean, I'm putting this out there. I want Kentucky to win the SEC championship game.
Really?
I want them to beat Auburn in the championship game.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. I have a lot of tweets saved up, so I only have one for Arkansas.
What tweet do you say for Arkansas?
It's this guy flipping off a walk on. My comment was going to be
What if you don't get to use any of them?
programs that aren't used to winning in February tend to lose in March.
What if you don't
Hey,
get to use
hey,
any of those
If
tweets?
Tennessee
Oh,
wins
yeah.
and they beat Kentucky to get into the championship game,
Sure.
will you tweet a picture of Rick Barnes pegging John Calipari?
No, that's disgusting. I will not do that.
Heading.
Pegging.
2 G's. 3, actually.
Yeah.
Get that. Yeah.
There is a G on the end.
Yeah, there it is. Depending on where you're from, I suppose.
Pagan.
Pegging.
Pagan.
All I'll say about Florida is I can't wait to see Colin Castleton ball out in the NIT.
I can't.
You think they're going to be an NIT team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on the bubble for the NCAA.
They're
Here's the
not
thing,
gonna make the
though, like,
tournament.
if they out-rebound Auburn, they have a chance because Auburn has extremely shaky guard play. So they won't have an advantage there.
That's fine.
And so it's going to come down to the rebound.
It's just, is Florida going to be hitting threes?
No.
Dude, Castleton,
It's
Castleton
freaking-
can
no.
put up
No,
40 on
Already
that.
had
Hey,
threes
here's the
and
thing.
Donovan
Here's
was
the thing.
there. That was all
Castleton
10.
did
It's Mike
ball out
White.
the other night.
Now, if
He's
we
not
could-
playing the game.
If we could call every play out of a timeout, I would like our chances. I would like our chances
not enough
against,
timeouts.
against most teams
That's
in
true.
the country.
But here's the thing, though. What if Castleton scores 50?
Then we're
It's
gonna
hard to
win.
do that in a college game.
But what if, though? What if he gets Kessler in foul trouble in the first half?
If he scores 30,
What if he scores 29?
if he scores 30, it has to be 30. Can't be 29.
All right.
He had 29 against Kentucky, didn't he?
I don't know.
20. He had 20.
If
But they don't have shifty guard play.
No.
If
they
Florida was,
Kentucky's
if
best team
Florida
in the
had
SEC,
like
complete.
4 or 5 more wins, Castleton would be in the discussion for Conference Player of the Year.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm not saying he'd win it, but he'd be in the conversation.
Nobody's. I mean, Chibo's going to win National
Yeah.
Player of the Year.
He's averaging like 18 and 15 or something. That's stupid.
I'll tell you one thing: individual awards don't win championships. So
Well, yeah.
I would like for him to win it, but I give it.
But
I
having the
really don't
National
care.
Player of the Year,
Well, I mean, he's
helps
not.
you
It's
win.
not
How
like he
many
gets
national
better.
players of the year does Calipari
but-
have compared to the others?
More.
I'm just saying
John
when you
Wall,
have someone
Anthony Davis.
of that
Carl
caliber.
Anthony Towns, I think, did that year. I'm not 100% positive.
No, I thought Kaminsky won it that
He
year.
might have.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I'm pretty sure
He might have. I don't know.
And then
Should've
he
been so
fricked
well.
up Carl Anthony Towns in the.
Well, we're not going to talk about that. That was 7 years ago.
That still hurts you though.
Yeah,
It does.
Do you think that Kentucky team would have matched up better with Duke than Wisconsin did?
Well, I mean, they finished 38-1. I mean, yeah, I think so.
Like, no, I'm saying like personnel wise, you matching up.
Yeah.
With Tyus Jones and
Yeah, I think
Okafor and who was their wing? Was it Jabari Parker?
No, they had Winslow.
Justice Winslow.
Winslow.
Of course, the referees won that game for Duke anyway. So
Freaking Grayson Allen.
See,
came in
everybody
doing
hates Grayson
stupid
Allen.
crap.
I have no problem with Grayson Allen.
I just
at
hate
all.
him because
Kinda
of
like
that
him now.
game. Because I was cheering.
I didn't
for
like him when he was at
Wisconsin.
Duke. I kind of like him now.
I was cheering for Wisconsin in that game, and he came in out of nowhere. And
I didn't watch that game.
played well.
I remember he had a dunk
Yeah.
that game, and from that point on, I was like, I like this dude.
That is-
The only reason I don't like him is because you cried like a little baby back bitch when he tried somebody.
That's true. He did cry. Like, why are you crying?
It's kind of funny.
I would laugh about that.
I would.
Do you think that's why all those Duke fans were crying?
Dude, that was
Saturday?
so funny.
It was hilarious. It's like
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that yet.
I was just like,
It was very funny.
It's a regular season game loss. Like, are you crying because you no longer have like a Hall of Fame coach,
Or are you crying because you didn't sell your ticket for $10,000?
Yeah,
and you
that's
had to
so
sit there and watch your team get whooped?
Dude, it was so funny to see all them little.
Dude, they said that
babies
somebody
crying.
offered a season ticket holder $100K for their ticket. I would have sold that in a heartbeat
100%.
Yeah.
You know why? Because then you buy your season tickets for the next.
for the rest of
10
your life,
10
probably.
years?
How many times have you seen Coach K coach at Cameron? Hundreds of times, probably. So, like, who cares?
It was just so funny. It made me happy.
Well, like, my thing was like,
I don't even like North
and
Carolina.
people have talked about this. Like, why not just do all the ceremony stuff before the game? Like, doing it after was just
Eliminate the
awkward. It was
potential
very
for
awkward.
awkwardness.
Yes.
Because I thought they were going to win.
They thought wrong.
North Carolina had something to say. What about the assistant coaches?
I didn't really see that. I mean, I
the
saw people
video,
talk.
you didn't see the guy walk past him, really.
One of the
I just saw the
It was
coach
hard
turn
to-
back.
yeah.
one of the he
I
didn't
just-
shake his hand. Like,
I
he
just saw
kept it
Hubert
down by his
Davis
side.
turn around. That's all I saw.
It was like giving him the cold shoulder. I'm like, there's why? Like, what's the point of that?
I'm so immature.
Let them be babies.
Like, shake their hand. Like, they beat you fair and square.
Yeah.
They were the better team that night.
Armando Baycott's pretty good,
Yeah.
Well, Kay says he's the player of the year.
but he didn't win ACC Player of the Year.
I'm just telling you what Coach K said.
Who won ACC play?
This guy for
Gotcha.
Wake Forest.
Oh, that's right. I knew that.
Yeah.
And they won Coach of
They're
the Year.
Coach of the Year. Yeah, they got
Yeah.
Coach of the Year, too.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited for the SC tournament.
I am, too.
I wish it was here.
I probably still wouldn't go, though.
I could get free tickets.
Well,
I'd have taken
Humble
it.
brag.
that's cool, though.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
That was very awkward. They just had the most awkward, like, dap up.
Yeah, no,
handshake
it was
ever.
cool, though. It was a Tampa handshake because
Yeah.
Tampa's
Yeah, 'cause
awkward.
Tampa's
An
awkward.
awkward spot for the SC
That's
tournament.
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Who realistically would surprise you the most to win the SEC tournament?
So, okay, realistically,
LSU.
LSU?
I think that's fair.
Probably any team that plays Thursday, I guess. Because none of the top four would surprise me.
Well, yeah, and none of the bottom four are going to win it.
Realistic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think A&M can win it. I don't think Mississippi State can win
I
it.
wouldn't go below the 7 seed on who
see,
can win
but
it.
see,
Florida would surprise me the most.
five
I
through
just don't
nine,
think they'll win it.
5 through 9 all tied in conference.
I know. I just don't think it's realistic to think Florida's gonna shoot well enough over a 4-game span
Because they
to
ain't
win
winning
it.
all year.
Yeah. So I don't think it's realistic.
That's fair.
I think LSU is somewhat
I think
realistic. and
Bama. I think Bama could.
Yeah, that's realistic. That's fair.
Who's the 7? South Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think they can win it.
They have pretty high odds to win it, actually. Compared to...
I think LSU's just so athletic.
Yes, their defense.
Let me see. It was Ken Palm that had... No, it was Mississippi State. Had surprisingly
So
a high
the top
percentage to win their
6,
first
it's
game.
Bama's at plus 1,600, LSU's plus 1,100, Mississippi State is at plus 45, A&M's at plus 55, South Florida's at plus 6,000, and South Carolina's at plus 12,000.
Wow.
My thing for Tennessee is guard play in the tournaments is what makes or break a team, and they consistently run 3-point guards all the time, and they can all just hit shots and make plays.
Who?
Tennessee.
So that's why I feel confident that they actually might do something for once.
I think Tennessee has really good guard play.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's what I think.
He thinks it.
Something we hadn't talked about. Changes. Are we done with basketball?
Yeah, we can be.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
What's your?
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of funny, though.
He bet
That's true.
responsibly, though. It was only $1,500.
Yeah.
Total.
That's what he says.
I don't have a problem.
I
It's only
mean,
It
$1,500.
said that he got caught for betting on an app while he was in Florida, but Florida doesn't have legalized gambling, do they?
no.
No, they have that one app. They have one app that they can all use,
Actually, that may
and
be
it's
right.
not
Yeah,
one of the
and
top
it,
ones. It's a random one. It's like a Florida betting app.
It reported it to this thing that oversees
Okay. I remember that now.
Falcons something, and yeah.
I think the biggest thing was because he bet on his own games.
Well, so he's not allowed. NFL players aren't allowed to bet on any NFL
Right.
games, regardless.
Because you can get your college roommate could. I mean, he knew all those guys.
Yeah.
At Bama, he could have asked, "Hey, what's the film study? How confident are y'all going into this game?"
Yeah.
There's a lot of
you
stuff
do
going
have
into it.
a little bit more knowledge about what's
Yeah.
going
I
on.
I
mean,
think
that's
the length of the suspension was surprising,
A whole year is a lot.
given the NFL's now very, very friendly relationship with gambling.
Well, see, my thing is, I know it's a completely different league, but looking at it with Pete Rose,
But they didn't have a good relationship with gambling then.
no, you're right, and the landscape's completely different. But it's not the same crime, but it basically is. He's
Yeah.
betting on his team to win, essentially.
The problem with it is it's illegal for an NFL player to bet on NFL games. When Pete Rose was coaching, it was illegal for MLB coaches and players to bet on MLB games.
Yeah, I do think that players shouldn't be able to bet on their
Yeah, I think there's something behind. I think that makes sense. I just think the length of the suspension is inconsistent with the way the NFL has their relationship with
very
gambling and their history of
What do you think, 8 or 10 game?
4. It's not that many.
I mean, that's what Greg Hardy got.
That's true.
We could go down the list.
Yeah.
That is very true.
We could go down the list. Of some of the
What's worse,
suspensions.
Tyreek Hill breaking his kid's arm or Calvin
Bet-
Ridley betting on a
betting
football
on some
game?
game.
We could
Honestly,
definitely go down the list and compare. I'm just
That's a fair point.
overall. I'm just saying it's a long suspension for that.
Yeah, it is.
And not to compare the two, but that's the way I felt with Josh Gordon and Weed suspension is full season. That's kind of a lot. Actually, he was his was indefinite.
well, his kept happening.
It kept
It was repeating.
happening.
I know, but it's probably good for you, honestly, if we think about it. We're not going to get into that. Will you smoke weed?
Let's not get into that.
Okay, well let's get into your stuff about the Batman.
The Batman notes. So these are direct quotes.
All right.
From-
So
from-
I get first response since I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So first is my opinion of the movie based on these 6 quotes,
Okay.
and then the quotes will explain my opinion of the movie.
Yes.
My opinion of the movie is, I heard that the Batman stinks.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I very strongly disagree with it.
Well,
You would disagree with it if you saw the movie.
I don't know about that.
I'm agreeing with it.
First quote. Get that fairy vampire out of Wayne Manor. What do you think of that?
Well, that's just someone taking complete bias into a movie and
I'm
not
just-
dropping it.
It's
ever.
not me.
Okay, what's your next?
These are all by very famous people.
What's your next one?
Weak fighting choreography, soft like Charmin.
Best fighting choreography
Look, I'm just saying.
in a comic book movie I've seen in a long time.
I'm just saying what other people have said.
So not a good fighting.
Since the Winter Soldier, probably.
Dude, your opinions have
What the
made
frick is
Rowan
that?
mad.
That would be Rowan.
Who's Rowan?
It just sounded really deep.
Well, he's a man. He's a man child.
He's like 2.5 weeks old.
Well, he's a man child.
Okay,
Next quote.
Next quote.
Kristen Stewart would have been a more believable Batman than this clown.
I'm just not gonna say anything about that
I don't know.
because
So you don't think so?
clearly
Who's
just-
Kristen
No,
Stewart?
she's only like
joke.
5'4".
Well, I disagree with this one because it says Batman.
Yeah, that'd be.
She is a
Batwoman.
woman.
That'd be Batgirl.
Well, okay.
That's what
We're not going to get into
That's
that.
what they call.
Well, we're not going to get into that discussion right
Okay.
now. I want to leave politics out.
Okay.
However, the last
Next
quote is
one.
fairly political. When did they make another Vampire Diaries movie?
What?
I'm just reading quotes.
There's not any vampires.
Well, I mean, I think you could argue that there is. I haven't
There's
seen the
not,
movie. I'm just saying what other people have said about it.
So, how long did it take you to figure these out?
10 seconds, maybe. If they turned... Oh, this was this for other person's review of the movie. If they turned the Twilight book series into a movie, it would be this movie.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good, though? Because the Twilight books were supposedly, like, really good.
I didn't read them.
John
Allegedly.
Alex would know.
You read him?
Yeah.
I read
But I guess
the...
he's taking care of Rowan.
He's
I
taking
read the,
more important business.
I read the Hunger Games,
I did.
No, they were good books.
but I read them, and then all the girls started reading them. And so I
so
never
you
told
read
them.
it before
I never
it
told
was-
anyone I read them.
Before it was like girly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Not that it's
Like
girly.
middle school?
yeah, seriously, dude. Come on.
I mean, it's,
Yeah,
it's,
not
Again, I don't want to
girly.
get political
it's
here.
killing people. Like, it's not girly.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's manly. But then all the girls started reading it, and so I just didn't tell anyone I read them.
That's fair. But yeah, so I think
No, there's one more.
I read them too.
you said, was that not 6?
No, that was 5.
That's
No.
about 6.
About 6.
I don't agree with this one, but this was someone's summer of the movie.
Okay.
Huge progress for the LGBT community to have the first gay Batman. So other people said that, not me. I didn't make any of those up. Those are real quotes
No,
from
you didn't
movie
at all.
critics
Yeah.
and
From
NBA
famous
stars.
people.
Russell Wilson, Westbrook.
Russell,
like 3 of them.
Russell Wilson.
Did you really?
No. I mean, yeah, no, for sure.
I thought you said Russell Wilson at first, and I was like, I could believe him.
No, that would make... he's never seen a movie in his life.
But I did. So, Darius Butler
Yeah. That's when I...
tweeted about it. And I responded and just said, like, I don't see how anybody could have this opinion. And I've been getting notifications from Twitter for like the past 4 days, 3 days. And like
People like responding to it?
like just now there's like a whole argument going on.
You gotta,
under
like,
my
mute the
replies.
conversation.
I muted all notifications except from people who follow me.
They're just going
Like
back
they're
and forth
probably
about
still
the movie.
going right now. Yeah. I said like 2 things and it's just still going. But it was amazing. I think it's
Not
up
what I
there.
heard.
It's up there with The Dark Knight.
Whoa, okay. Hold
That's a good
on.
movie.
It's up there with it. I'm not saying it's better. It's up there with it.
I've seen The Dark Knight, surprisingly.
It's a good movie.
John Alex, what do you have to say?
I mean, it's just such a different movie from The Dark Knight.
Well, yeah.
Is he gay or
All
not?
right, is there more like?
It's
is this
okay
like
if he is.
Is this
I
supposed to
didn't
be,
say it was wrong.
Is this supposed to be like the first Batman,
No,
or like there's a prequel to this?
no.
Oh no! Like this is
Standalone.
He's been Batman for like 2 years at this point.
How come
So-
we didn't see
But
any
this
of
is
that?
his first like.
movie.
There's no-
This is the
Nobody wants to
first
see
like
it.
story of.
I heard his parents are in
Batman.
this one.
So I don't. There's not. It's
There's
like,
nothing you have to see before
It's
this.
like a Toby Garfield,
Toby Garfield.
You combine both.
Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
It's on its
there's-
own.
Yeah,
There's
there's
its
nothing
own
you have
thing.
to see
Okay.
before this
Okay.
to,
Okay, that's
to
fair.
know what's going
Other
on.
than the Joker.
I've seen The Dark Knight.
We need to see the
You
Joker.
don't have to see
before
the
this.
Joker.
Not the Dark Knight, but the movie.
You
called
don't
The
have to
Joker.
see that.
Well, they have the same. The title's the same.
The Batman.
Yeah.
I actually
It's
think.
the-
I actually
it's
think.
the-
Just Joker.
I actually think it's just Joker.
Well, I will have to look that up.
Hey, you want to
Did
go?
you
You
see
want to go
Joker?
theaters together?
No, I look too scared.
It's very good.
You wanna go-
It's-
you wanna go
it's
theaters
like
together and
hard
watch
to
it?
watch at times.
I mean, if it's still in theaters after Top Gun 2, you know.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
If
Top Gun.
if I can, if I can get a illegal stream, we want to watch it together.
Dude, yeah, probably.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's do fully torqued.
That's just what I heard.
Will, what are you fully torqued about?
Probably that Batman movie because he's gay. Sparkly little.
Which that's
vampire.
fine.
I think my favorite one that I didn't make up, but I heard was the did they make another Vampire Diaries movie? Because those weren't movies. And that's not the right. The dude was in Twilight.
Yeah.
And then also, if they turned Twilight into a movie,
Wait, is
They
like
did that.
is the Batman guy?
it's the dude from Twilight.
He's Edward Cullen. Yeah. From
Robert
Twilight.
I mean, I've never seen him, but like
He's the
main
vampire.
dude.
Yeah, the main dude.
The sparkly vampire.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
oh.
He
oh,
does
Whoa.
sparkle. He does sparkle in the movie.
Maybe to you. I'm not interested.
He's also in Harry Potter. Cedric
He's the main
Diggory.
guy. He's Harry Potter.
My boy.
He don't have a scar right here.
No, he's
Well, that
Cedric
was
Diggory.
I don't know who that is.
Cedric Dickory Dock.
I don't know about that.
What was your fully torch?
We should be able to play full court basketball this weekend.
That's true.
Are people gonna come?
If it's indoors,
I'm in
and
town
it's
this
full
weekend.
court, I'm sure people will come
Okay, so we got 4.
for sure.
Y'all have a full court now?
Yeah, we got in the academy now.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They-
Because
Basketball season's over.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. There was nobody in the auxiliary gym.
I don't know. That's just what we were told. I mean, I'm sure we'll be playing for a while, so maybe
I'm pissed.
if you get back up here and you can play, then
Do we have does somebody have a legit ball?
yeah, I can go try to buy one. I have a solid ball, like a decent one.
As opposed to like a
think
squishy
I-
one.
Yeah,
I think I've got
it's like
A liquid
it's
ball?
rock
I've got
hard.
A
one of
gas
the
ball.
NIT
It's rock
balls.
hard.
Pause.
at home.
But yeah, like the legit indoor that we played with. I stole one from the NIT tournament
Oh, nice.
with the logo on it. So
Um,
yeah,
my fully
I don't know
torqued
where it's at,
is
but I had to find it.
my fully torqued is that I have defeated Godric the Grafted in battle in Elden Ring.
Oh, I thought that was Madden.
No.
So
What?
You say me?
No, Madden.
I know. We played each other in Madden.
Yeah, we did
Oh.
play today.
Okay. Well, still. Oh yeah. No, I get it. I get what you're saying now. No, I get it now. Because
Knee
Yeah.
slapper right there.
my
I got
fully
a video I
torqued.
sent.
My fully torqued is in.
don't. If it's what you just described with
Dude,
your hand
he's
motion,
trying to tell us
don't-
that he's
well,
fully
he's
torqued.
being-
Which that's fine.
In 2 weeks
I
and
know what you're saying.
in 3 days, I will be flying to Florida to go turkey hunting.
Yeah, that's exciting. Watch from the back.
Hey, I'm gonna go help with this crying baby.
All right.
Why would you show me that?
What was that?
Oakley, what's your
Billy
fully
Buds
torqued?
video?
Oh yeah,
I said it's a real knee slapper.
it is.
Mine is following the law because I no longer am a fugitive from paying my wheel tax. I paid it. Got the sticker in the mail.
You got the new
today.
tag?
No, I didn't get the new tag. I got.
I don't like the new.
Why didn't you get a new tag?
Because mine expired in August, and they were doing those for ones that expired during this year.
Yeah.
So I'll get mine next time.
I'm not a fan.
Are you
of
going to
the new
get
tag.
in God We Trust on it?
No idea. Whatever they send me, I'll take it.
You have to request that, but it's the same price.
Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Where do they put it?
So you know the TriStar?
Yeah.
It's like In God We Trust right under.
Is it around it?
I think so. I don't know. We can go look at my mom's car and see if it's got it on
I
there.
don't know.
That's cool.
You don't
though.
like the new license plates?
I don't like it.
I'm not a huge fan.
It's just
of them.
blue. Like it's very plain.
But is it better than the green?
I'd probably say it's better than the green, but that
At least
doesn't
it's
mean
got the
good.
TriStar on
That
it.
doesn't mean
What do
it's
you
good.
want it to look like?
Alabama has a great license
Well,
plate.
I don't
What
know.
is that,
What
the
the-
gr-
is
blue
it the
and
one
green?
with all the
It shows
colors?
the Gulf.
Well, that's a very small portion of Alabama. It's kind of exclusive.
That's
to have
fine,
the
but it
license
shows
plate
the
of
Gulf.
that.
It's
Well,
cool.
like the green was supposed to be like the Rockies.
Yeah, it was. Those are mountains.
It wasn't a good license
Mountain
plate.
range.
But the new one is better. I'll give it that. I don't know when I'm going to get a Tennessee license plate.
I wish. Actually, I don't really care for it. I don't really care about it at all.
Yeah, I have no opinion. I could
like-
care less.
Like
Get
a
you,
year from now, I won't care.
when you
Well,
buy
I'm
a
not a
Florida, when you buy a Tennessee license plate, you should get the Florida Gator
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, well,
Alabama
I'm
doesn't
not
do that. It's
a
kinda
little
lame.
pervert
For
that looks at the
Alabama.
Yeah,
rear
you only
end.
do like Alabama.
I don't check out cars' rear ends as I go
Well,
past
when
them,
I'm
so I don't
driving
care.
and there's a car in front of me, I see it.
Yeah.
It's different.
So, like, if
It's
you're
gonna take
standing
some
in
getting used to.
line-
Yeah, like I mean, I'll get used to it. And
If you're
it's fine.
standing in line behind people, are you peeping?
Sometimes,
I mean-
if you got some cake,
Whoa!
I mean, hey, you can look, you just can't touch.
Well, I mean,
just don't be weird about it.
Yeah, just
yeah,
don't
just
get
be
caught.
cool about it.
Don't
dude.
get caught.
be cool.
It's like when a girl
Just
walks
chill.
by, you just like look in the direction that she's going to go. So
And then she walks past it.
Like that meme.
yeah, like oh, cute girl, she's walking that way. All right, let's look. You know what meme I'm talking about?
No, I do know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know the memes.
Whoa.
Okay. Well,
Look at that dude.
that's it.
They're dressed up as Vikings.
They're dressed up as
Norse. It's my bad. That's my bad.
That's the end of the episode. This will be up tomorrow morning. And
Dude,
we'll,
I'm so excited. For
we'll do it
basketball
again
tournaments.
next week.